is Gunjan Saxena, Assistant Professor in Computer Science Engineering Department, Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College. In DA series, the subject code is KCS 503. We are here to just introducing the string matching, and after the string matching, I am just taking the Ravenkar algorithm with the example. So let's start. Basically, outline of my video lecture is, first I am going to introduce what is string matching, then the application area of string matching, after that the type of string matching, and I am picking up one of the type of string matching, the name is Ravenkar, and after that I am just giving the complete example of this algorithm. So basically, what is the string matching? String matching is a technique by which we can find the given pattern from the given string. We just try to match character by character from the given text pattern, and this is the phenomena of just matching the given pattern from the given string. So string matching is an algorithm, basically also known as string searching algorithm. This is a vital class of string algorithm is declared as this method to find a place where one is several string are found within the largest string. Given a text array, basically if there is an array, the text array which are having the character 1 to n, where n characters and a pattern array which is p and having the characters m from 1 to m characters, the problem are to find an integer s called a valid string where this particular shift is from 0 to n minus m, where n is the length of text message and the m is the length of pattern matches. So basically the text, what is the current task, the text which is s plus 1 up to s plus m, it should be equal to the pattern 1 to m. In other words, to find even if p in t, that is where p is a substring of t, the item of p and the t are character down from some finite alphabet such as 0 or 1, or we can say alphabet in capital letter as well as a small letter. So what are the application areas of string matching? In real world example, or we can say real world applications, the text processing and the data mining tools, information retrieval, pattern recognition, and many more, where this string matching is used. So how many types are there? Some types I am showing in this screen. The one type is brute force method, where all the possibilities are showing for matching the pattern from the given string. And the second one is AMP. The name is Knuth-Morris-Patt algorithm. Another one is Ware-Moore algorithm. Next is Ravenkar algorithm, and the finite automata method. So in today's lecture, I am going to take example of Ravenkar algorithm. In this Ravenkar algorithm, string matching algorithms, calculate a hash value for a pattern. We are just calculating the hash value, and the calculation of hash value, there are some so many different patterns which we can consider in next slide. So after calculating the hash pattern value as well as for each m character subsequences of text to be compared, if the hash value are unequal, the algorithm will determine the hash value for next m character sequences. If the hash value are equal, the algorithm will analyze the pattern and the m character sequences. In this way, there is only one comparison for text subsequences, and character matching is only required when the hash value will match. So here I am taking two examples. By using these examples, we are just looking forward about the Ravenkar method. So here a text is given. The text is A, B, and the pattern is AA, B. So as we all know about the ASCII value, we know the ASCII value of small is 97. But if I am taking the ASCII value, the particular hash value is to be very large. So I'm just taking the place value in the alphabetical place value. As we all know, the place value of A is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and B having place value 2. And for the pattern, the place value A is 1, 1, and B having 2. So first we are calculating the commutative sum of this particular pattern, just calculating the hash value. We have so many different ways to calculating the hash value. We are just doing the addition as well as multiplication, just calculating the hash value. So the hash value is 1 plus 1 plus 2 is become 4. And after then what we are doing, we are taking the hash value from the text method, the text equal to the pattern length. As we see, the pattern length is 3, so we are just taking the first 3 elements and the calculating the hash value. So if I am taking A plus A plus A, which is 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals to 3. As we see, this hash value, the text hash and the pattern hash, which is not equal to. So we are just shift up one place in text and again calculating the hash value for the new text. So the next text value is again AAA. We as see, the hash value of next shift is again becomes 3, which is not equal to hash value of pattern, which is 4. Again, we just shift one place and the value is A plus B, which is 1 plus 1 plus 2, which is equals to 4. And actually this is equal to this hash value. So the hash value of text and hash value of pattern is equal to. Then after then, when we see the hash value of both is equal, then we are going to compare, or we can say match, all the character from the text to the pattern. So just checking, this is the text and this is the pattern. If we are doing the match, this match, this match, and this match. So we can say the pattern hash is equals to text hash, and after then we just calculating, or we can say just matching character by character from text to this pattern. Now this is not actually so much easy. This is the example where no issue is there, no problem is there. But if we are considering the another example, then we see what is the issue, what is the problem if we are taking the very simple hash values. So now just picking up this example. Here the place value of C is 3, ABC, 3, 1, 3, 3, 1, 4, 2, and 1. This is the place value, and the given pattern is DBA. So what is the hash value? D having 4, B 2, and A is 1. Then what is the commutative sum, which is 4, 6 plus 1, which is 7. Now just check the first step, first 3 text with the pattern. Just find the hash value of first step text. The hash value is CCA 3, 3, 1. 3 plus 3 plus 1 equals to 7, which is actually matched. The hash value of pattern and the hash value of text, which is actually matched. When the hash value is matched, then we are going to just check the character by character from the text to pattern. When we go to check, the first character is not matched, then no need to check further character. So this is called as spurious hit. What is spurious hit? Actually, when the hash value is matched, but when we are trying to match the character from the text to pattern and there is a mismatch, this is called as spurious hit. Actually, this is the waste of time, waste of efficiency as well. So what is the reason? This is the reason we are just taking very simple hash or in place of taking very simple hash, we are just doing some more effective, or we can say we take some different criteria, some complex criteria to calculate the hash value. So if we are calculating next three, which is CAC, C having, as we see, the place value 3 plus 1 plus 3, again 7, which is equal to hash value of pattern. But if we are going to match character by character, we another get the spurious hit. In next step, ACC, again the hash value of text, again 7, but when we are checking character by character, then again we got the spurious hit. That means after getting so many spurious hit, this is a spurious hit, then again a spurious hit, again and again and again, and after then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, after this 7 spurious hit, then finally we got the our actual string match. So this is the main issue behind if we are taking very simple hash value. So what we can do in RSA, basically the Rabin-Karp algorithm, just picking from the taking very easy hash function, then what is the changes, or we can say what is the overcome for this problem? The overcome is we just picking up, or we can say we taking some complex method to find the hash value. So just taking a commutative sum, we are just taking the powers. Actually, why we are taking 26 powers? As we know, the alphabets are 26 in our letter table. So 26 power 0, 26 power 1, 26 power 2, and the multiplication of the place value of particular character, and then the commutative sum of these particular value. Obviously, this method is very much complex and obviously taking memory, or we can say taking time, but the number of spurious hit when we are using this pattern, obviously the spurious hit is very minimum, very low, but the efficiency is always, we can say, high in case of targeting, or we can say just facing the unnecessary spurious hit. There is no spurious hit, but the time taking and the complexity is very high for this pattern. Then what is the alternate? What is the current, we can say, or what is the advancedness in this particular algorithm? The algorithm is Rabin-Karp, again as I discussed, N is what? The length of text, and M is length of T. After then we find just the hash function, hash value. What is the method? Maybe you are taking the commutative sum, or you can adding some complexity by using the multiplication of the power and then sum, and whatever the reason, whatever the method, just find the hash value. After then, we are just checking 1 to m. Every or the loop is go through 1 to m for the pattern, and we just check if the particular hash, if the particular p and ts, the hash function of p and the hash function of t, if match, then we are going to match character by character. एंड देन हम क्या कर सकते हैं, हम प्रिंट कर सकते हैं कि हमारा जो शिफ्ट है वो हमें यहाँ पे क्या मिल गया है, वो हमें हमारा फाइंड हो गया है. तो दिस इज द बेसिक एल्गोरिथम. एंड व्हाट इज द करंट मेथड, what is the standard method for just calculating the matching of pattern from the string? What we are doing, we are just taking the example. The example is there is a string, and the string having the length is q 11 31415926535, and there is a pattern. The pattern is 26. So here t dot length, or we can say the length of the text is 11. We are just in this, we just taking any prime number. What is the best? Just taking the prime number near to the length of the text. Maybe in this example, we seeing the length of text is 11. Not always text having the length equal to 11 or what. We are just taking the prime number which is actually near about the length of text. Okay, so we are taking the q, or we can say the prime number 11. Basically, in university questions, student don't be bother about the prime number. Actually, in your university examination, if the question coming from this particular algorithm, the prime number is always given. If not there, then you can take by yourself. Okay. So first we have to find p mod q. बेसिकली पैटर्न के लिए हम क्या करेंगे, सबसे पहले हैश फंक्शन को जनरेट करेंगे. हाउ द p mod q which is p is 26 and mod 11 which is equals to 4. Just finding the hash value, right? So in this example we are just taking a view about the Rabin curve, how it is actually work. So first we write down the text as well, and after then the pattern. So at s equals to 0, that means there is no shift na in this particular step. So either here 31 and 26, we are just calculating the mode, or we can say hash value for 31 by using the same as we calculating the hash value of the pattern, which is 26 mod 11, which is equals to 4. We are just calculating the equality of this particular mode to the pattern equality. Okay, so 31 mod 11, which is 9, as we see, which is not equal to 4. So no need to check, or we can say no need to do further. We just simply shift up one place. So now the shift is 1 shift is performing and the value is 14. So 14 mod 11, which is 3, as we see, which is not equal to 4 again. So simply just shift up one step, which is 41, and just calculating 41 mod 11, which is 8, which is not equal to 4. Again the next step, the value is 15 when we calculating the 15 mod 11, which is 4. And now how we go when we get the same value which is equal to the hash value of pattern, what we are doing? We are doing simply matching the character. If we are matching 15 to 26, the first value is not matched, so again no need for check 5 to 6. Okay, so the hash value is equal, but the character values are not equal, which is called as spurious set. Okay, so again here 59, when we calculating the mode with 59 with 11, which is 4. Again we are checking 59 with 26, which is not equal to 59. We are checking the character by character. So 4 hash value is equal, but characters are actually not matched. Okay, so again we got the spurious hit. So in next shift 5, which is 92. So again we calculating the 92 mode 11, which is again 4, which is equal to the hash value of pattern. But when we matching the character, the 92 with 26, which is not equal to text with pattern. So again this is the spurious hit. So again in shift 6, we see 26 and again 26 mode 11, which is equals to 4. And now the pattern mode value is 4 and the text mode value is again 4. When the hash value is matched, again what we do? We actually check the character of each text and pattern. When we check the text from the pattern, which is 2 match 2, 6 match 6, exact match. So at the shift 6, we got the exact match. Okay, so in example, why we doing the again shift if we take the exact match? Actually in the text we got maybe one or more than one match. So the loop will, as see the algorithm, the loop is do, लूप हमारा कब तक चलेगा? जब तक हमारी लेंथ के बराबर है. यहां देखिए मैच हम कब तक करेंगे? when s to the 0 to n minus m. तो लेंथ हमें पूरे लेंथ तक क्या करना होगा? हमें लूप को चलाना होगा. No matter we got the exact match, right? So in the shift 7, we are here now. In shift 7, the value is 65, and if we are taking the 65 mode 11, which is 10, as we see, which is not equal to 4. So in the next step, or we can say in next shift, the value is 53, and if we taking the mode with 11 of the 53, which is 9, as we see, which is not equal to 4. In next step, in shift number 9, as we watch, as we see, the value is 35. If we are calculating the mode of 11 of 35, which is 2, as we see, which is not equal to 4. So in this particular example, we just do the 9 shift. Okay, the value of pattern is 11 and the text is having 2. Okay, the value of m equals to 11 and the value of m is 2. So how many shifts are there? Basically n minus m. So 11 minus 2, which is 9. We have to perform 9 shift actually. Okay, in 9 shift, after the 9 shift, we finally got the final result. Maybe we got one valid match, maybe we got 2 or more than 2. So we have to perform, or we have to loop through the 11 minus 2, or we can say n minus m. Okay. So in this particular example, the pattern, or we can say actual pattern, we just received, or we can say achieved with the shift 6. So this is the example, or we can say this is the overall context about the Rabin-Karp algorithm. In this particular video, I'm just go to the about the sum up of this video, or I give a suggestion just to take out, or we can say just solve this example, or as well as you can take any other example, or just do it yourself. Okay, if you are facing some problem, some issue, you can message me in this the given comment section. Okay, so about the sum up, we can say what is the sum up about this video lecture. In this particular video lecture, we are just taking the string matching. What is the string matching, and the application area where the string matching is used. So string matching is a technique, we can say. By using this technique, what we are doing, we can find the given pattern in the given text. We are just simply searching, and by using the different techniques. Some techniques are there. The naive method, in for the university point of view, the naive method is also important. You can just take a short note about the naive method, the KMP approach. In my next video, maybe we are just taking the example of KMP as well. KMP is very important for the university point of view, or we can say Rabin-Karp is also important. And in the examination, there is a large question from this example, 10 marks maybe. What are the maximum marks value in your university examination? Okay, so this is the all about the string matching and the Rabin-Karp, just calculating the hash value of the pattern as well as the text, and just matching this hash value. If the hash value is matched, then you are going to compare the each character from the text to the pattern. Maybe there is a pattern matching with text in case of hash, but in case of character, there is a mismatch, which is called as spurious hit. And just removing this spurious hit, what we are doing, we are just try to make the complex hash value, or we can say the method of taking the hash value is complex, just removing the spurious hit. So in today's lecture, that's it. Okay, thank you very much.